All right, guys, so if you've watched the channel for any period of time, you'll know I'm a big fan of Authenticity Perfumes. And if you've checked them out, you've probably seen this one. It's Summer Vibez, but you might have not seen the new refined Summer Vibez. Today I'm going to review this one and tell you how it compares to the original formulation. All right, guys, I appreciate you clicking on the video. Please remember, give it a like, give it a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the bell for notifications, and let's talk Summer Vibez in December. So Authenticity did send me this for review. They saw my review of this one, which I did purchase, and the label was kind of messed up. So they sent me new labels to put on the bottle, and they also sent me the refined version of Summer Vibez. So big thank you to Authenticity Perfumes for allowing me the privilege of smelling this, owning it, and reviewing it. All right, so I will put the link to my review from Authenticity Perfumes Summer Vibez somewhere up here, I guess a card. The note breakdown on these are going to be very, very similar. In fact, they're the same. You're going to have the bergamot, you're going to have the bitter orange, the tangerine, what else? I think there's apple in there, and those are your top notes. Your heart notes are going to consist of lavender, balsam Peru, I believe, and cannabis. And in the base, you will have musk, you'll have amber, sandalwood, and the review is going to be kind of the same, but I'll tell you the differences. So on this, you'll see the bottle right here. You'll notice the juice is different color, the label is different color, the bottle looks the same, atomizer still good. The opening is very, very similar, but it does have a little bit of difference to it. Smells extremely good. It's just as like creamy and smooth as the original. You're picking up the tangerine, you're going to pick up that bergamot, but it's very, very smooth, and I think that's obviously coming from the amber and the sandalwood that's giving it that smooth, creamy feel. The main differences in these, because they do have the same note breakdown, is that this one is going to have more of the top note put in there. So you'll have a percentage when you make perfume. You'll have, I think sometimes it's usually around like 20 to 30% top note. I think that's around the ratio most people use, but you'll put in the top note, and then of course your top note's going to burn off. You're going to give into the heart and to the base. This one is going to increase the amount of top notes that are in there. So that ratio, you're going to have a higher percentage of top notes in this one than you did in this one. So reason being is people wanted the opening, the top notes, to flow through the life of this fragrance longer than it did with this one. Now with this one, you're going to get a very similar opening. Yeah, it's a pretty similar opening. I have worn both, and the main difference with this one, I feel like it might be a little bit more aquatic. There might be like an aquatic feel to it. I'm not sure how that works with it being, the same note breakdown, but maybe when you do tinker with the percentages of the notes you're adding, it can, give away to that. Maybe it's the apple mixing in with those like the bitter orange and the bergamot. I don't know, but you do kind of pick up a little bit of an aquatic feel. Now, I did watch TLTG Reviews review this, and he said the same thing. Initially, when I first smelled this, I was like, oh, there's some sort of a water note in here. There's an aquatic note, but there's not. It's the exact same notes as this one. I talked to Authenticity, and they told me that it's the same note breakdown. But like I said, you do pick up a little bit of an aquatic with that citrus, which I think really kind of puts this fragrance more into that summer box. Whereas this one, I thought could play really well in the fall, even in the cooler weather, because of that creaminess. This one, I think, does kind of push it a little bit more toward the summer, toward the warmer weather, to where it's not going to get into the fall as much, because it does have that aquatic vibe to it a little bit. So all in all, I do think that the refined version does make it very summer vibes type of fragrance. So I do think that they hit the mark pretty well with this, and that it does give you, I guess, a lot more of a summer feel because you have the citrus and the aquatics. Now, on your dry down with this one, you'll notice the evolution of the fragrance starts to happen a lot sooner, where you have the opening notes, that those top notes coming out. They give away after a couple of hours, and then you start picking up the mid and the base notes. Really, you pick up, I think, the creamy, smooth, a little bit earthy, because there is vetiver in it, and musk. It's a very masculine. It's very masculine on the dry down, and you pick up that masculine scent earlier with this. I'd say probably around the 3 to 4 hour mark, and then it's going to last like that for about 12 hours. It'll continually progress a little bit more in that manly, masculine direction, where this one, your opening is going to last you more like 6 to 7 hours, I would say. I did wear it, and I want to say I got about 6 to 7 hours of really strong citrus, a little bit aquatic opener, and it just kind of carried on. So the base, where this one's kind of, I guess, it gives you a little bit more of that masculine, a little bit more of that like masculine, maybe a little bit earthy, a little musky type of dry down. Earlier, this one doesn't give you that as much. You still get it, but it's much later in the life of the fragrance, and it's not as strong because of the higher percentage of top notes in this one. So that's basically the gist of the differences between these two. Yes, they look different, and this one does smell a little bit different. Like I said, you get the aquatic vibe that you don't get with this, and you have the citrus. So is it redundant to own both of these? No, not at all. I'm glad I own both. I don't know if they're going to continue making this one or not, but I am glad I have both of them, because I do think like you could own both. This one, you could keep it strictly like hot weather, summertime. This one you could put on like in the evenings of the summertime, even into the fall, like daytime, cooler weather and all that, because of the creamy feel that you get with that citrus. But yeah, they're both very, very good fragrances. They both last 10 to 12 hours on skin. They're 50% oil-based concentration. That has not changed. And basically the only thing that's changed is the top notes, a little bit of a watery feel to it, and that's about it. So very good, very well done. I mean, it's the quality that I come to expect from Authenticity. They knock it out of the park again. So I do look forward to trying to pick up their new stuff pretty soon. But there you go. There are the two Summer Vibez, the differences, and what makes them different when you're wearing them. So very good fragrances. You're going to be able to pick one of these up for, it's either $35 or $39. This one, if they still have it, should be around $29, I believe. And yeah, if you get the chance, get both, because like I said, they're different enough to where it's okay to own both. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching the review. Please remember, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the bell for notifications so you get notified when I have new videos coming out. And thanks for watching.